Well, good evening, everyone. Huh. Well, I guess Spidey's a little knockered, so I guess it's just me. Uh, well, as soon as we get a few more people in here, I'll let you know that. Hey, I guess. Well, I had a job interview today, and it went very well. And I have an interview tomorrow, and I have 2 job interviews on Thursday. And the initial place that I applied originally was last week, and it's still on hold, but it's looking good. Boots Transport, it's long haul. They're still looking for me. So, hey, old Miskatonic Madman, how you doing, brother? Yeah. Hey, old Lemon Pie, how you doing? Yeah. Give me a second here, and I'm going to look for. Here it is, my spare phone. Still hooked up to the Wi-Fi, even if it doesn't have a chip, and I use it occasionally to check in on all my other accounts, so that I can, for example, I can tweet this out. Holy cow, we already got 6 people here. Good Lord. Hail, Suzanne. Yeah. I guess even 6 people I could, yeah, it's looking really good. Actually, the job I interviewed for today, it's going to be a fair amount of truck driving, but it's also, the yard boss told me that, basically it's called Maclock Buildings, and they, make buildings, and, but like they construct them out of steel girders and everything. Like they're pretty well put together houses and stuff, for like either industrial or even just regular houses. And wait, what are you doing? Why don't you come on there, Canadian Spider-Man? At least if you're listening, at least for a little bit. Anyway, 6 people. You have to put on pants. No, it's too damn hot still. See, look, I'm sweating. I even have a fan on and my air conditioner. Hey, actually, let me get my air conditioner. I'm gonna turn my air conditioner. Turn my air conditioner on to cool, and turn it down. Yeah, 18 degrees. Well, Suzanne. I haven't secured it yet, but it's open. Well, this was the job that. This one literally came up out of the blue, just like on Monday morning. I just got a call. Hi, this is geez, now I forgot his name already. From Maclock Buildings, and like I said, they make their own buildings, and they construct them, and then they ship them. He said, dude said he even sometimes it might even be on the road for like a few days out to he said they've sent buildings out to BC. That should be interesting. Yeah, but there's 2 things that make this. Don't back up your breathless. Okay, Lemon Pie, I promise you. No, I'll stay within view. Yeah. Well, it's mine if I want it, and he still said he's got to okay it with the boss, but he said I'm the leading contender, and if I do, I would start next week, because here's the interesting thing. Then here's the thing that kind of makes me speaks to me about the job, and that is this: 4-day work week, Monday to Thursday, 10-hour shifts. Which, when you're a truck driver, well, shit, 10 hours is usually usually what your shift winds up being anyways. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. It's mine. Where's the wall climber? Oh, you mean this guy? Buster. Yeah. See, everybody's looking at you. Yeah. Yeah. Where's the arachnid? Arachnid? Oh, there's one up there. Anyway, but yeah, he's a panther, all right, and he's actually only 6 months old. Yeah, and he's definitely a guy because he's definitely a guy because he farts a lot. See, and he's even starting to clean his junk too. No, sorry, people, I'm gonna keep you away from that. Buster, oh, there, okay, he laid down. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess Canadian Spider-Man's going to bed. All right, damn. Yeah, well, see, the Spider-Man was on Manorama earlier, and I was listening to them all. So, yeah, I like Manorama. Yeah, but yeah, he's seriously passing out. Shake him, get him. Tell him to come on, at least for a little bit, even 15 minutes. My God, yeah, because he started it, and I wanted to hang out for a little bit, and at least tell him about my jobs. But okay. Boots Transport, the long haul job. That one is they're still holding out for me. Actually, I popped by there, and the guy who interviewed me, he said, "Oh no, he said no, I haven't forgotten about you." Like he said, I got your message, because I left him a message, and he said, I said, "No, I'm afraid we haven't. We've got enough. I'm just waiting for a couple of trucks to come back," he said. So I was like, okay. I'll be honest, I kind of want that job because they pay weekly, and like my brother Don, he's been on here once or twice, Don Everett. He's a bathroom attendant for the city of Edmonton, and these are like public washrooms in the LRT, the subways and whatnot. But he gets paid a nice hourly wage, just basically for making sure the bathroom. And he's had it for about a year and a half now. And he said the biggest thing he likes about the job is that really he just sits around on his phone all day. And then it's just like occasionally get up and okay, make sure you're going, and and then just make sure that there are not drunk people or druggies in the bathroom. But oh yeah, thanks, Suzanne. Please, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I will. Yeah. No, 5 of us here. How you doing, all? Yeah. Anyway, getting back to Don. But Don, the thing about Don, like his paycheck, while it's like, I don't know, like $700 or $800 a week, but that's the other thing. He gets paid weekly, so that is the one nice thing. And this is what I would definitely appreciate with Boots Transport, and that is that you get paid every Friday. You get paid, So, but it would be on the road, but I mean, like, I'm kind of ready for some adventures out on the road. I kind of want to, go out for, I mean, yeah, I'd have to have my brother feed my kids, but that wouldn't be bad. And, and I can justify it by making sure that he gets, gets a few bucks himself for taking care of my kids. I'll still have to come home and make sure I change the poop box, though. Um, yeah, but uh, oh, I don't know. Lemon pie. I cannot tell you what kind of red wine he has, but yeah, thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, for plugging me channel. And yeah, a new Rod's rants will be coming up, especially concerning my unemployedness. Hail Sashi, my 100th 100th subscribe subber. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, I've Sashi, I had a job interview earlier today, and it's as I said, it's mine if I want it. You work 4 days a week, 10 hours at a time, and then you get a long weekend every weekend. And long weekends are extra long weekends, like 4 days. So that's hard to turn down, I will say. And like $25 an hour, which is actually mid-tier level for a truck driver. But I mean, on the other hand, hey, I mean, I don't actually pay rent living at mom's house. And so sounds like something fun to do. Yeah. I mean, for 10 hours. I mean, I'm used to getting up. Everybody knows. I mean, I'm used to getting up early anyway. So, getting and even actually getting up. I probably might even wind up getting up an hour earlier at 3 o'clock to do my run, and then get ready and then head in. Well, nah, I could probably still just do my 4 o'clock runs. So yeah, but yeah, and then 7 o'clock until 5 o'clock, I believe it is 4:30 or so. But yeah, no, like they're 10-hour shifts, and like I said, I'll have every Friday off, which is great because then I can go shopping for groceries in the middle of the day, not at the end of the day when people are coming home. Yeah. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, because like boots transport would be $30 an hour starting. And some part of me wants a little bit of adventure to just get out on the road for one last time. Also, I've been actually toying with cryptocurrency. And actually this came from actually Indeed. Somebody just contacted me out of the blue, and I put because I put on Indeed that I was interested in working from home, and then somebody contacted me out of the blue, and I was a little hesitant at first, but and actually I'm still going to have to, and I'm going to have to use the wages that I make out of my but anyway, it's basically an app, and I'm supposed to rate the app, and then I get paid in cryptocurrency. But the problem, however, is sometimes you'll get what you call a bonus on the app when you're rating the app, and then what happens is you'll basically get 10 times your normal commission, and then but unfortunately the problem is you, out of your own pocket, you have to cover it. But I'm learning. That's what cryptocurrency is, something out of nothing, which I will say, I mean, like, I did get one paycheck out of it, which was like $50. Actually, it would have been $200, but your first paycheck, they take $110 American dollar commission. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. I appreciate it. Yeah, but anyway, right now I'm $454 in the hole, which I'm going to cover in my once I get a first paycheck. And that's the other thing. I've already pawned my PlayStation 4, and in order to give myself a few spending dollars, I'm not fun, and I don't want to do it, but I might have to pawn my PlayStation 5, at least for a couple of weeks. I look at it stoically, I mean, like, a lot of times, I mean, you come along in your life, and then, instead of like getting angry, instead of like responding emotionally, like, oh, I can't do this, right? No, I approach it logically, and I sit back and I think to myself, what can I learn from this? What's this trying to teach me? I find it a lot easier in life learning to control things that, well, I can control, and not worrying about anything that I can't control. So, no, thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, much appreciated. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, yeah. Getting back to it, yeah, I still have 2 more jobs too. Tomorrow I have tomorrow afternoon I have a job application. I have to drive into Edmonton north, and then it's for a job presumably that's south in Wetaskiwin. Wetaskiwin is about an hour south of Edmonton, so I'm kind of like in between the two. So like 45 minutes to Edmonton, 40 minutes to Wetaskiwin. Yeah, and it's highway striping, and it's the one thing known about this job is it's actually less, like $23 an hour. And it's also, I mean, from what I understand, I believe, I'll find out tomorrow, but I believe it's like basically taking equipment out to highway striping crews. No, not 100%. I'll find out tomorrow completely. Oh yeah, absolutely, Sashi. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, good thinking, of course. Yes. Yeah, yeah, I got that job tomorrow, and actually on Thursday I have 2 more job interviews. One of them is I actually used to work here. Used to work there. It's a place called Leduc. Well, they used to be called Leduc Truss, but then I'm pretty sure that the owners probably turned around and just sold out to some other company, and now it's called Star Building Products, and which basically, well, yeah, like making roofing trusses. Suzanne in here, Rod, what is this chaos? Nothing in particular. I'm just making a point of the fact that I won't deny I've had a stressful couple of stressful Monday, and even the weekend. I mean, because even though I had assurance of a job, like, because I went to Boots Transport on Friday, and that was cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I did it the old school way. I mean, like, they weren't even advertising. All they did was they just had a sign on the road, just like hiring drivers, class 1. So oh, cool. So I pull in, walk in. Entire offices are empty. There's like three front offices and then one back one. Three front offices were empty, and then the back office had some guy with he basically looked like a he had a Sam Elliott mustache. He was a little thick, but I mean, basically sort of like a thick Sam Elliott. But he had that warm smile with the mustache, and lemon pie, you're a ham. I can be a bit hammy. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I walked in. Dude was Sam with a Sam Elliott mustache. He smiled at me pleasantly, and it's like, "Hey, so you looking for drivers?" Point outside. You looking for drivers? Said, "We are hiring class 1 drivers." I'm just like, "I'm a class 1 driver looking for work." It's like, "Oh well, come on in." And then like I gave him my resume and we chatted, and then like just total hit it off right there, and like, and the best part was, I mean, he looked at my he liked my resume, and their deck work, I mean, that's the only thing, I mean, because there's the only thing I don't like was that I noticed in the job description, or I mean, rather, he said said, yeah, I mean, because I looked on his, he gave me a sheet with, he gave me a sheet with all the rates and everything, which, I mean, obviously that means he was really interested in hiring me. And he pointed out that, there's going to be some tarping, and I'm just kind of like, well, there always is, and I've done some tarping with Action Trucking. And I hate tarping, but I mean, on the other hand, they do pay you extra for it, so it is worth your while. Oh, and the thing I discovered too with boots is that if you're somewhere out in way out in BC, which there's a good chance. I mean, hey, that's another thing. There's a good chance I could bump into Canadian Spider-Man because of who knows, if I'm out in Kelowna, which isn't that far from where he is. And if they tell me to lay over, and just hang out there until they get work coming back, which they do, that's how trucking companies work. Then I'm sitting for a day, but they pay me $145. They'll be paying me $145 to just sit there. Yeah, I mean, and the other neat thing too is on that, it also the time comes off of your 72 hour work day or work week, which that's how the trucking companies work. There's 72 hours or 120 hours. It depends on which is, I believe, 14-hour days or 16-hour days. But oh, thank you, Suzanne. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I will say, I mean, I kind of warmed up with the dude too, he, I mean, he asked me a question too. He was just kind of like, you won't have any problem climbing in and out of the truck and a few times a day. And I was like, I just think, nope, no. I said, I run 3 miles, 3 miles a day, 3 miles 3 times a week, and and I'm lift pump iron every so often. So, I swamp donkeys. It is a swamp donkey. Swamp donkey. What? Otters? No. No. Platypus? Swamp donkeys. Oh, moose. Oh, of course. Yeah, no. Yeah, actually, and that's the thing. I hit a moose, actually, when I was back in 2019. I was driving for Banster Transportation. I was going out to Prince George, BC. And holy cow, I'm just sitting there driving along, and I'm like, oh, shit. There's a moose. It was a female moose, too, because no horns. And then she's running along. I got to say, it's funny to watch moose run, because moose, for anybody who hasn't seen a moose run, well, I mean, if you're Canadian, how can you not have seen a moose? Anyway, it's their 2 feet, their 4 feet don't run in succession. I mean, it's like 2 people running in a moose costume. The feet aren't in sync with each other at all. So almost. Anyway, moose was coming along, and I mean, if I was thinking, I mean, if this was me now, the first thing I would have done is as soon as he was, I would blow, I would just, blow on the horn, because and then slow down, of course, because then, I mean, less chance that they'll run in front of you, and that's exactly what she did. She just went in front of me, and I went boom, I'm absolutely wrecked the moose bumper, and not only that, but flipped over and. Luckily, it didn't come through the windshield, but definitely smashed the windshield. And I was really shaken up by that, actually. And then, get this. Huh. Hey, Parrot Head. How you doing, brother? Yeah. But yeah, getting back to it, I was really shook up by that, by hitting that moose, And get this. Not even 6 days. 6 days later. 5 days later it was. 5 days later, because I was headed up to. I wound up actually going out not just past Prince Prince George and out to actually, sorry, not out to Prince George, out to Smith, BC, and beyond. And get this, and I'm not even driving my truck because my truck was wrecked. That was like, it was total. I think I don't know if they wrote it off, but like they probably traded it in, and you know. So here I am in the rental truck, you know, and I'm going out to Smith, BC, and Smith, BC is a little bit further on, and and then like, you know, sun's going down. Oh, like I make my delivery, you know, and then I'm coming back, you know, and I'm just a little bit west of Smith, BC, and like it's like, you know, like going through the mountains and everything, and like, good Lord, I didn't even see him. You know, I'm just like sitting driving along, and all of a sudden, like, you know, and then like all of a sudden, look, just literally came out of the shadows, and another damn moose. I don't know if it was a male or female. I didn't know. All I know was that it just quickly got sucked under the front wheel, and I'm just like, whoa, what the stuff, you know, you know, and like didn't hurt the truck or anything, but the moose peeled the tire right off the rim. Wow, you know, and I'm just like, you know, I'm like, you know, partially on its side, you know, and I'm going on the rim, and the rim, you can see it too, like, you know, because it was completely dark, it was pitch black, and like, you know, could see the rim, sparks flying everywhere, you know, and like I'm just like, I'm just kind of like, now, unlike the first moose where I was just kind of, you know, this second moose, I was pissed because first off, I was still a couple hours to go on my, still a few hours to go on my e-log, you know, my electronic log, and and of course, right as the accident happens, of course, you go right off the e-log so that you can basically save the time, you know, and like, you know, so that's what it did, and yeah, that's right. It is. What am I saying? Smith is further past Prince George. Yeah. Anyway, here's the funny thing. Like I said, I mean, moose peeled the tire. I didn't even know where the body was because, like, you know, I was actually pissed because I'll say this though, that if I did see the, I'd run up, you son of a, you know, would have ran up and kicked the shit up. Well, but. Here's the funny part, you know, sparks flying from the rim, you know, and then, but probably the funniest thing was like I sat there and I could see in my headlights, I could see the tire, you know, and like it's going down the road. It's not like going fast or anything like that, just fast enough to just, you know. And then I'm just party wanted to get up and go chase the tire, but then like the other party wanted to run back and at least kick the dead moose a few times. But I just okay, fine, and pop my air brakes, and then I'm just sitting there kind of get out, take a look. Jesus, peeled the tire right off the rim. Well, I'm still looking at, you know, and the tire's got like jagged marks from going on the asphalt or on the pavement, and then so I pull out my phone. Okay, you know, and then all of a sudden, like, oh shit! Suddenly, whoo, guy with the lights. I look carefully, and I'm like, oh no, wait, these aren't cop lights. They're amber. I look and there's, oh well, by golly, it's Fish and Feathers. Parks and Wildlife, that is. Or I was calling Fish and Feathers, and. Dude comes up to me and it's just kind of like, I was just like, oh, I was like, wow, that was fast. I didn't even dial you guys yet. And the guy was just kind of like, oh, it's actually, I was just up the road, and you know, somebody hit another moose back up there. So like, I was like sitting there writing the report up, you know, and also look, and then also I hear, oh, look over, oh, there goes another one. All right, there you go. And yeah, and then he came up and then like he rode up. He's like, all right. I said, all right, what happened? You know, I was like, oh well, I'm just driving along, going I don't know about 80, and then suddenly like just this shadow comes up out of the ditch and boom, and I didn't even see him. All I know is that it bloody asshole ripped my tire off, and tire's off down there somewhere, and yeah, and and he chuckled. I was like, all right, well, don't worry about it. I'll call the cops for you. You know, and yeah, sure enough, the cops arrived not 5 minutes not 5 minutes later. Wow, and then oh, Sashi, you're in Malaysia. Oh. Huh. Hmm. Southeastern Asian elephants are a little smaller, but can be surprisingly stealthy. No one on Spider-Man chat? No? Huh. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I was wondering why I didn't see any chats either. I wonder, am I talking to myself? Huh. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So you live in Malaysia, you know, between Thailand and Singapore. Nice. Cool. Oh, so it's got to be, what? Got to be getting around noontime for you, Sashi, I'm guessing? Yeah. But getting back to my story, yeah, no, we, I called the home office, and then, hey man, I guess I hit a moose. I hit another moose, and then dispatcher's like, God damn it, Rod, what the hell are you doing hitting all these damn moose? Yeah, and I was like, I didn't ask. Dude came out of nowhere. You know, it's like, but at least he didn't wreck the truck. I said, all he did was just peel the tire off. You know, oh, so is that all you need? You just need a tire shop? I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just change the tire, and you know, I got enough time. I should probably be able to pull into Prince George and pass out, and then I'll come back. It's like, okay, sounds good. You know. Anyway, they sent me a tire guy, came by, and yeah, shockingly, he was there pretty fast too, like within 45 minutes. And yeah, stream sniping, yeah. Well, Canadian Spider-Man and I set it up, and we were going to, but then all of a sudden you just kind of like, I'm too drunk, Rod. Just carry on for you, you know. Like, okay, sure. Well, I'm having fun though. Like, hope you guys are, you know. Yeah, right on. Yeah, and yeah, Suzanne, that is a beautiful country. Yeah, like Malaysia. Yeah, Southeast Asian Florida. Nice. Yeah, it's 2 p.m. That's what I figured. Yeah, it'd probably be like in noonish around there, sort of thing. Yeah, no, it's it's now exactly midnight for me. Oh yeah, and Suzanne lives in Saskatchewan, so they don't they don't believe in daylight saving time. No, good for them. They're smart. Actually, Alberta, every damn time daylight saving time comes around, fall and spring, we always have a stupid big debate. And it's in the news too, always in the mainstream media. You know, it's like we should really get rid of daylight saving time and stop believing in that, because we don't need to follow an antiquated time saving. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. But you know, I mean, I think it's most of Australia doesn't believe in it. Australia doesn't believe in it. I think. Yeah. And I know everybody says that it has to do with the farmers, and no, it wasn't. It wasn't the farmers, actually. You know, in fact, if you look up daylight saving time, John Oliver. John Oliver has a bit he does on that. You know, like, how is this still a thing? Daylight saving time. You know, and yeah, no, it. And he fully explains what happened. You know, like, which is actually, yeah, that's right. You lost an hour of sleep because of Kaiser Wilhelm, the Kaiser Wilhelm from Germany in World War I. Yeah, and yeah, they did that to just it was really just a way to conserve power, but and that was it, yeah. But scientists have discovered that what you lose in sleep, you gain in mortal danger. Which, yeah, because waking up an hour earlier or an hour later, and it really throws your circadian rhythm out of whack. And of course, you're a little more groggy because you're going to work a little hour earlier and all that. Yeah, they have actually traced a lot more car accidents to happening around daylight savings time. What a surprise! But yeah, no, yeah, no, good for you. Yeah. Yeah, Sashy's on the other side of this spinning rock. Well, yeah, we're going like 1,000 miles an hour at least. Like first of all rotating and then yeah. Everyone bouncing. Yeah. Yeah, good for you. You Saskatchewanites. Yeah. Thumbs up. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you guys were smart. You gave it up. You're just screw it. We're not going to do that anymore. And someday Alberta might wake up and join the real world, but for the time being, no, we're still doing that whole stupid turn back the clock. Yeah. Reminds me, one of my favorite memes is actually that the six-fingered man from The Princess Bride. I've got the meme, and he says, "We've just sucked 1 hour of your life from you. How does it feel?" And and then it shows picture Wesley. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much. I'm kind of getting, kind of, but I mean, like, my job interview tomorrow is 3:00 tomorrow afternoon, so I don't wanna, but I'm probably gonna have to pawn my PlayStation 5, at least for a couple of weeks. I don't wanna. I already pawned my PlayStation 4. But I need a few bucks to hang on to, and I'm way too proud to bum any money off of any of my friends or anything. I don't know. I might talk to my friend, but like, as I said, I mean, that's the thing, again, approach it, take a stoic approach to it, Well, I have something that's very valuable, a PlayStation 5, and I can probably get about $400 for it. And my car insurance is actually overdue last week, actually, but it's only $110. But that's also with an extra $40 on top of that because it's now the withdrawal didn't go through, so the overcharge fees. Yeah. So, but that'll still give me 200 and some odd bucks, which should be able to manage me until until my first paycheck, or even if I can get an advance with either job that I wind up getting. Yeah. The other job, as I said, hauling roofing trusses to places all over, basically just locally in and around Edmonton. Sounds like it would be 5 days a week though, unlike Maclock, which you said that's one thing. They pay slightly less. I think Leduc Trust might be a little bit more, 26 or 27. I'm not sure. And then also there's one other long haul job that I've got an interview for tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon. And initially they asked for 10 o'clock, but then that was the same time my interview with Leduc Trust, Star Building, is. and then um, the the other job is it's in Atchison. Atchison is kind of like on the west side of Edmonton, about a few miles west of Edmonton, but it's kind of like an industrial area, and industrial park. And I'm game for because they're basically what I want with Boots Transport. It's going to be long haul, and I might even be part of a team, like, 2 people. So the only thing is that I wouldn't be able to go across the border because I've been meaning to renew my passport. Haven't yet, but yeah. Yeah. So Leduc Truss, long haul. I don't know what it's 2210208 Alberta Ltd, which is, I guess, the business number, license, whatever, which supposedly you save money by not having to create your own name. You just simply use your business number or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, and then, so as I said, oh yeah, Mac Lock at $25 an hour, but 4 days a week. Oh, and they pay every 2 weeks too, which that is one nice thing I really want, because I want to get away from, because my last 2 jobs, both Action Trucking and Nisku Dispatch prior to that, they both paid on the 15th and then the end of the month. And I'll tell you, that can really stretch you thin sometimes if you're not really good at saving, because because so many damn times the paycheck usually sometimes winds up the 15th, or the end of the month, winds up being like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or even Thursday. And even then, sometimes you've already had like previously 2 weeks, so, but when I worked for Home Hardware, good Lord, I'll tell you, I loved it. Every 2 weeks I got paid. Bang on Thursday night. And the same thing with Maclock, they'll be every 2 weeks, which, okay, that's another good selling point. But I said, the thing that appeals to me with Boots Transport is being paid weekly. And like I said, my brother, said you can't beat a weekly paycheck. It's nice to know that, like, once Friday rolls around, boom, money in the bank. Yeah. Yeah. But I see Sashi, I just wanted to mention, since I highlighted it, Peninsula Malaysia is permanently an hour ahead of actual. Really? Oh, wow. Permanently ahead of an hour ahead of actual time to sync with East Malaysia, which is on the island of Borneo. Huh. I did not know that. Interesting. 1 a.m. in Texas. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I noticed that because when I went to Cuba was actually only 1 hour ahead of us. I was really shocked at that. Mountain Standard Time. Yeah. Yeah, Suzanne. Suzanne, I totally feel you. Rod, things got so tough. I pawned all my jewelry and my parents' wedding rings. My boy's ring. This antique rolling one. Oh, wow. I lost it. But we were able to. Yeah, see, I know. It's temporary, and I still actually have my original PlayStation 3. I actually have 2 of them. Actually, I have my PlayStation 3, which I can use to, which that's what I like to do, is put the PlayStation 3 YouTube up on my TV, and not to mention I'll still be able to stream with Prime, although I do have my phone here too, and I can stream off my phone if I wanted to, because I still like to watch, as I said, my Grand Tour and all that. Yeah, but no, Suzanne, it sucks, but light at the end of the tunnel though, because for the first time, I'm finally getting some jumps. Yeah, 15-year-old boy doesn't care about owning Rolex or jewelry. Oh, that's cute. So he's extremely happy with his great granddad's harmonica. Oh, right on. Yeah, I won't deny. I mean, there's something about it, Texas. I mean, also because, like, well, let's face it, Alberta is basically Canada's Texas because there's, rig pigs, oil guys here, truckers here, and yeah, it's surprise. We also got twisters. Oh, hang on a second. Let me show you for a second. Give me 1 second here. Wow. Because I found this. I wanted to show it when Black Friday rolled around. Hang on a second, but people don't go nowhere. I'm still here. I'm here. I'm here. Hey, Buster. Buster Cat, where'd you go? Okay, I'm back. Alley Cat, was that you? You sneezed? Bless you. Alley Cat sneezed. Where did Buster go? Buster Cat. Buster. Oh. Anyway, I saved this. Can you read this? Black Friday. 10 years after. This is actually, this was, I got this in 1997. Yep, Black Friday. July 31st, 1987. Yeah, and for anybody, as I said, up on their tornado things, this here was an F4. Which, if you're familiar with the Fujita scale, that's what it is. Created by Tetsuya Fujita in 1971, I believe. Yeah, exactly my age. And there's the tornado memorial at the Evergreen Trailer Park. A bunch of statues hugging. Pretty touching, yeah, because that's where most of the deaths occurred, in the Evergreen Trailer Park. Oh yeah, and here's the original Edmonton Sun cover page, Black Friday. Yeah, always wanted to show that off. Yeah. Some pretty graphic photos too. There's the guy who actually spotted it on the Doppler radar, which actually, interestingly enough, Doppler radar was just being made public across Canada. Actually, that's a survivor. She was going over the memorial there. A few more people. Funeral. Dude rescues his guitar, which I know from my brother's experience. Yeah, if there's one thing, if his guitar survives, hey, he's okay. Oh yeah, and actually in downtown Edmonton, they used to have what was called a rat hole. They called it a rat hole, which is like down underneath. There was actually a tunnel. Yeah, a tunnel, and it wound up being drowned out. It was impassable. Ultimately, I think it was 1992. They got rid of the rat hole and then just kept all the traffic above ground. Oh yeah, look at that. An oil tank from Refinery Row. God, literally tossed like a tinker, tossed like a just tossed aside like a toy. Like, wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I just jumped to. I don't know why I suddenly. Um, the meaning of giving. A lady. She was the head of um, the local food bank and emergency relief services as well. And like, yeah, no, big. Edmonton really came through when the tornado hit back in 1987, and that's actually why we called ourselves the City of the Champions too. You know. Oof. Okay, I'll make it. I'll make it quick. Yeah, it's fantastic town. Yeah, there's some stories. How to, how twisters start and all that, which I knew as a kid because, well, I was a teenager at the time, and I was super fascinated with tornadoes and weather, extreme weather, and I was like, I remember when the week before the week before the twister hit Edmonton, I saw. I was just kind of like, whoa, this weather's getting to be like this is like tornado weather. And mom and dad were like, no, you're crazy, And then like again, literally the night before, there was and like a funnel cloud came over our house, like over this house, and like it literally looked like the clouds were scraping the top of the roof. Like that's how low it was. It was just insane. And mom and dad didn't believe me at first. It's just like, that's a funnel cloud. And they're just like, you're crazy. I was like, no, seriously. And then ran into the house, grabbed my version of Google, which was the encyclopedia, World Book Encyclopedias, flipped the page open, showed his mom and dad, and then like it was literally identical to the cloud above us. And we're just kind of, scary, I'll tell you. Oh, and yeah. That's Mayor Lawrence Decor, Edmonton Mayor Lawrence Decor. He came back after looking at the devastation all around at the Evergreen Trailer Park, and he couldn't even speak. He was just so broken up. And I'll tell you, yeah, like that was a mayor. Like and that's another thing. Yeah, no, he pitched in. Like when he was helping clean stuff up and all that. Yeah, no, he pitched in. Mayor Don Getty in the red jacket there, and our Prime Minister. Yeah, there we go. Waving the way over. Yeah, that's Brian Mulroney, our Prime Minister back at the time. Yeah, he was actually quite known for having a pretty big chin. And the political cartoonists made a lot of fun of him over that. Oh yeah, more stories. The devastation. Again. Ugh. At the time, it was the largest, most devastating tornado that hit Canada, hit everywhere in Canada at the time. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I just wanted to bring that up because I found that just I was doing some cleaning up in the house down here. I have these old yearbooks that I'm setting that I used to prop my. Oh, that's why. Okay, prop my feet up. Because sitting on the edge of the bed with my my feet are hanging off about 6 inches. But anyway, yeah, encyclopedias. I know, eh? Actually, I still have mine. Yeah. And get this though, like they're dated 1967. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll go back. Son, you lived here once, right? Yep, yes. Saskatchewan, they're all farmers. And oil. Yep. Ugh. Yeah, trust me. Yeah. Sell the ring your mom gave to you before she passed. It sucks. I know, but she'd be okay. Yeah, that's it. You got to do what you got to do. You know. Wow, I would love to hear about when you're with the circus there, Suzanne. Actually, I almost joined the circus myself way back in 2000. Yeah, yeah. Sashi mentions that we only have floods down here. Miss all the fault lines, surrounded by other countries that experience volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Oof. You know, here's the thing: we're actually starting to get earthquakes up here too. Not bad ones. I mean, like I think the worst one had to be like 4.5 on the Richter scale, and now of course the oil companies, they deny everything, of course, but here's a shocker. You know, I mean, like the earthquakes, surprise, surprise, happen in an area where they are fracking. Gee, I wonder if there's some sort of correlation there. Yeah, yeah. Don't tell me there isn't. You know, no, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't believe in fracking. I don't think so. No, I'm still a firm believer of hemp fuel and hemp oil. But convince me otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, I missed hours spent reading those. Yeah, I know. I totally did. Yeah. Belonged to a neighbor from Germany that gave them to us after he went home. Huh. Nice. Yeah. Again, I agree. Like, you know, I almost joined a circus myself. No. So then I'm beginning to think that teaching my boy to cook was a mistake. Well, at 12:30 at night, he's making me too. Me too. Although, in order to keep my brother so that my brother is less grumpy, I mean, technically it's still really my house, and you know, I mean, he doesn't really have a house of his own. And he's actually in between my adopted brother. I say adopted because which I mean, he kind of feels like my real brother because he's the only human I've known the longest here on this planet. But Eugene Bird. Good evening, Eugene Bird. Good evening. I hope Rod Thunderheart and Suzanne XD. Yeah. How you doing, brother? Sounds like a lot of cleanup. Yeah. Yeah, no. Anyway, getting back to the French fries. I actually took a foldable TV stand and a TV table stand. And they're pretty firm. They're firm. They're made out of wood. My mom bought them from a local wood maker and wood craftsman. And I put my deep fryer outside. Actually, outside under the stoop. And we got a stoop on the front porch. Well, and that way, if I ever feel the desire for French fries, which is actually surprisingly often, goddamn French fries are my kryptonite. Yeah, I cook French fries out there, as well as chicken nuggets, chicken strips, or anything related like that. Yeah. But I have a hamburger grill too, which I make sure I do swear by. I like to have hamburgers too, but I don't like to cook them when my brother's up. You know, he actually sometimes also because of the heat, he's kind of sometimes he'll stay up all night and then sleep during the day, which I don't think that's the smartest thing. If it's a hot day, well, at least okay, fine, stay. I mean, he can't sleep when it's hot, so why not sleep at night when it's definitely cooler, a lot more chill, but I don't know. I ain't your pappy, so I don't bother trying to, and like I said, I think I told you all before, but he's in between two hernia operations. Um, and he fell a couple. Wow, good Lord, about 3 years ago, he fell, and then like he had a hernia operation way back in the 80s, and the hernia repairs that they did back then, they just made them out of nylon, and this nylon has now began. I found out from my own hernia operator because I actually had a belly button hernia. Well, you can't see it now; it just looks like a regular belly button. But I talked to my surgeon when I was getting examined and like going to have my hernia operated on. I told him what happened to my brother, and then he said, that actually happens a lot more that's a lot more common than you think. 80s hernia repairs, because he said like the hernia repairs we use now are made out of metal mesh instead of soft metal mesh instead of nylon. And mind you, I can see why though. I mean, because like the nylon definitely can rip and tear down the road. I totally get that. Yeah. Something. It was fun and hard. Oh yeah, the circus. Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Hello, Mr. Bird. Hello. Fun and fun and hard. That's me on Tuesdays. Huh. Hey, Eugene Bird. Not this boy. Chicken breast done in the oven. Oh, really? Oh no, I oven fries. Oh no, actually, don't get me wrong. Fries done in all fries done in oil. Oh, chicken breast. Oh no, I mean, again, they're chicken nuggets, so like they're cut up into little tiny nuggets, and then like put like the dicey stuff on the outside. Yeah. Huh. No, actually, it's just nice to be. Well, actually, what I do is I usually wind up cooking more burgers than I need, anyways. And then like that way I can just shrink wrap some 2 or 3 burgers and then just stuff them in the fridge, and then just have one while I'm having my French fries. That's another thing. Ugh. When you're getting old, yeah, like yeah, I discovered that like. So I hit my 50s, I noticed that like can't eat what I used to anymore. Oh, hail, Snail Messiah. How you doing, brother? Yeah. But yeah, no. I can't eat the French fries like I used to. Just like when I go to the movie theater, I actually wind up. I'll get a tub of popcorn, like a big bag, but like I'll maybe eat half of it. Or if I haven't eaten anything during the day, I might actually kill the whole bag. But that's rare. That's like once in a while. But like generally, I usually I'll eat like half the bag. But Leduc Cinemas is my local cinema. That is. They usually like during the pandemic. That's one of the ways that they managed to keep themselves alive, was they just simply sold popcorn, and they sell the best damn popcorn. Like, I used to be just as good. I'm still pretty good at it because I can pan popcorn myself. Ever since I was 5 years old, actually, when I was, mom. Hey, Buster, are you trying to say, hey, pay attention to me, Buster? Okay, Buster, say hello to everybody. Hey. Early morning yawn. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, no, I can pan pop popcorn. I've been pan popping ever since I was a kid. Yeah. Oh, okay. Have a good one, Sashi. We'll talk to you later. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, like sometimes I'll just have like a few fries and then like finish my burger barely, and then I'm just kind of like, oh crap, I can't eat anymore. You know, and like got half a bowl of popcorn that I made earlier tonight. You know, oh, yeah. That's what I said. Like I try not to cook the hamburgers when my brother's up. When he's asleep, during the daytime, I'll cook some hamburgers and then like put stuff a couple in the fridge and just have one and along with my French fries. Yeah. Hey, Daniel's Hot Topics. How you doing, brother? Yeah. Yep. Oh. Meow, Buster. Yeah, Buster Cat. Daniel's Hot Topics. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Did we get off track? I think we might have gotten off track. And also because of the tornadoes. Well, no, actually, I pretty much. Okay, I have 3 jobs interviews in the next couple of days. I have one job that might call me by the end of the week. I'm praying to God that they do. That's the job I really want, the one where I get paid weekly. And I'm on the road, so basically I'll be camping. You know, I'll have to. I might have to buy them an extra. Might have to buy them an extra poop box. That way they'll have 3 poop boxes to take care of themselves, because my brother, I mean, again with this, because that's another thing. I said he's in between two hernia operations, and he's got a poop bag, so he doesn't eat too much, and so of course he can't clean the cat box, so I'm just going to have to just fill them all with litter and then just trust that they can deal with it go on for about a week. And yeah. Lucky you. Yeah, lemon pie, lucky you. But like I said, I think it's also all relative too, though, because like I also once I turned 50 and then gotten into my 51, then like that was when my appetite started to slow down. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to put myself into a lot more of working out and staying in shape a lot better. Because I've recognized people older than me, hell, even people younger than me, their bodies are just, they didn't take care of themselves, and that's definitely a scary thought for me. So that's where I'm just kind of like, yeah. So now for the last year and a half, I'm 53 now. So like I said, 51. I just turned 50. 51. Well, into my 51st year. Well into my 51st year, and I'm just like, you know what? And then I did. I started running the hills. I post them on Instagram, actually. Just look up Rod Thunderheart. I think I only have 1D on Rod Thunderheart on Instagram, and that's where I post my that's where I post my workouts and daily runs. Honestly, that's the only reason I really used my Instagram. Well, that and like my my promotion for See Through Love, because I'm a fan of invisible women, and I learned how to photo manipulate regular pictures, and made a big collection for myself, which I still do to this day. Yeah, and it's also going to be on my Patreon. And the man, the legend, is going to be my top tier. Is my top tier. So like if you pay $40 a month, you get a t-shirt, and you'll get a copy of my my book when it comes out on the second one. And I do again. I don't just do invisible women. I just do digital art. I mean, I took a pro wrestler buddy of mine, and I cropped him completely out of the, because he was like laying stretched out, laying down on the floor, and like guy was stomping on him. I got a picture of the guy. His foot is above him, so like I just completely cut him out of the picture, and then like, and then I put him on the beach in Cuba, and then and like I'm really really good at the digital art, so like I cut all the things out of him, so like you could not tell that you could not tell that he was not on the beach. I even could do some shading too. So so like the angle of the sun and all that. And like he's just like stretched out on the beach, just kind of, hey Curtis, I didn't realize you went to. When did you go to Cuba? He's just kind of, what? Where'd you get that? How'd you do that? I was like, oh, I just remember that when you're being beaten to death on the floor. Yeah, well, I cut you out of that and I put you on the beach in Cuba. He's like, oh wow. Oh, hey, Rancor Steve. Hey, man. How you doing, brother? Yeah. Hey, Steve. Actually, what are you doing? You want, Steve, doing anything? You want to join me? You're more than welcome. I can throw you the chat in the over Twitter X. Let me know, or say something in the chat. No, copy. Yeah. Yeah. What do you say, Steve? Come on for a few minutes. Why not? Yeah, because I was talking about I've got some job opportunities. Oh, hey Lisa, how you doing? Right on. Good to see you. Shoot. Forgive me if I disappear. I'll try and not. I'll try and see what I can do about. See if I can pass the link on to Steve. Give me a second. No, I can't. Okay. All right. Forgive me a second, people. I'm trying to figure out how I can. Oh, hell with it here. Steve, here you go. I'm inviting you all on. Oh, wow, two of us. Yeah. Just seeing if you wanted to come on for a little while there, Steve. Yeah. Huh. Oh. Ugh. Oh, okay. You're gonna go to bed? Damn. All right. Shoot. Huh. Yeah. Where were we? What were we talking about? Wow. Well, okay. Just about my job opportunities. But it looks a whole lot better than it did last week. So again, I have a job that might that can probably happen. And it's the biggest selling point of the one job I was at, or my job interview today, was 4 days a week, and they pay twice, and they pay every 2 weeks, not twice monthly. Thank God. As I said though, like I'm I still want to go with the Boots Transport, which is because some part of me wants a little bit of adventure and just get out there on the road and get out there on the road and and I'll say this. I mean, like when I was working for Home Hardware, it was very much like camping because I had my truck set up pretty much like a motorhome. It was a really nice International, automatic too. And I mean, just to give you an idea, I had an electric kettle. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. I had an electric kettle, and okay, cool, all right, right on, Steve. That'd be right on. I pulled up to a traffic stop in Beaver Lodge, and yeah, that's what it's called. And yes, they have a giant beaver statue, world's largest beaver. Yeah, oh yeah, thanks, Eugene Byrne. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. Like a choice of offers. Yeah. So I said, I still don't think that the 4-day work week. Because that's the thing. Like Norway, Sweden, Finland. Like they're operating under the 4-day work week generally. That does kind of speak to me, but I mean, what speaks to me even more, like I said, is getting paid weekly, yeah. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? You never know. I may wind up going, although again, I'd still like to really trying to get to be paid once a week. Like I said, I still kind of have that adventure in me, yeah. Plus, I'd like to think that this is going to be one of the last times that I'm going to be driving my last job of driving truck, and then I'm hoping that I'll be good enough, have my well, as I said, see how my cryptocurrency goes, and plus I've been contemplating becoming a TED Talk speaker, TEDx talk speaker. Yeah, but we'll see how that works out when it happens. Yeah. Oh, snail son. 37, 38-hour work week. All right. I forget who though. I mean, I know there's 1 or 2 countries over there that do have that do go by the 4-day work week. Was it Norway? Maybe it was Norway. I don't know. Actually, I should ask Andre that. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I mean, like 4-day work week. That's the thing, is it's still 40 hours a week, but it's 10 hours a day. And like, but I'll say this. I mean, as a trucker, you pretty much a lot of your days wind up being like, a lot of your days wind up being like 10 hours anyway. So like, used to that, But I mean, on the other hand, as I said, it speaks to me having a long weekend every weekend, So, yeah. Yeah, Little Mermaid Land. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Huh. Hey, does anybody know the real story of the Little Mermaid? I do. In fact, yeah, exactly. See, yeah, some jobs that do that. Like 4 day, 10 hours. You know what? I'm totally for that. Actually, I mean, like, why not? Because a lot of the times too. I mean, like, yeah, exactly. It was an experiment back in 2015, and oh yeah, Gothenburg. Yeah, okay, yeah. The 4-day work week. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Steve's coming on. All right, guys. How you doing, Steve?
What up?
Hey.
What up, man?
Oh, me at this hour, at least for now. Yeah.
How you doing,
Yeah.
man?
Oh, just rapping. Just
Nice.
just uh, uh, just just telling tales out of school because
There you go.
Canadian Spidey. I guess he probably drank a little bit too much while he was on your stream.
Just probably a little too. He no, well, he was already almost done with the bottle even before he joined. I was like,
Oh crap!
dang. Yeah. Plus, he ate some
Oh,
leaves. I don't know,
that's
but
funny.
yeah, just thought of just jumping on real quick and saying hi to you. And
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if I'll go too much longer after this, but anyway, I mean, yeah. But yeah, because I was really just talking about my job opportunities.
Okay.
I've got last week. Last week I got tired of just like applying online. I said, "Fuck this shit." So then
Hmm.
I just went up and then I actually drove past this one place. I I didn't even see it advertised in on Indeed, because that's what I'd been using,
Hmm.
Indeed, and just like hiring drivers. I was just like, yes. So I walk in, and pretty much a bunch of empty offices except the last one. And I walk in, and then there's some old guy, um, kind of looked like a kind of a not quite chubby not Sam Neill, Sam Elliott. Because he had the Sam Elliott mustache going on
Yeah.
there, and really warm, friendly smile. He's like, "You?" So I see you from the sign. You're hiring drivers. He's like, "We are hiring drivers." I'm like, "I'm looking for work." And then he said, "Oh well, come on in." And then like I handed him my resume and abstract, and and then we just chatted, and then like instantly, right off the bat, it sounds like they're interested because he's just kind of like he's like, I'm just waiting for some trucks to come back from BC, but yeah, he said like get a truck, once we get a truck, spare truck, we'll throw you in one for a road test, and then we'll go from there. And like, oh, and like what I'm excited about with them is like they pay weekly,
Ooh,
and
that's nice.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like my brother, he gets paid weekly, and he said he loves it because it's just like he wakes up. It's Friday. He's like, yes, I get paid. You know, you know. But said there's a job I interviewed for today. It's going to be mostly truck driving. He said occasionally, sometimes in order to make sure that you can and that I can manage to fill out a day. He said that
Hmm.
sometimes he'll wind up just putting me on a forklift because that's what happens. I mean, he said our last truck driver, uh, well, he died, but like, he said, but like our last truck driver, he didn't want to bother screwing around with the forklift or anything. He was like, oh no, I'll just go home, But like no, I'd rather again, yeah, I'd rather fill out the day myself too.
Yeah, I kind of like getting paid weekly. It's nice.
Yeah, see, um, but I mean, like let's see, paid weekly or long weekend every weekend. That's
Yeah.
that's a big toss up there.
Hmm. I kind of like working for myself in a
No,
way where you make up your own hours and you do it that way, which is nice. It's I don't really work for myself, but I can
mhm,
kind of doing like construction and stuff. Like you can kind
yeah,
of work your hours in, and it's kind of nice. I like it.
yeah. Well, it's the old, yeah. I mean, like it's the old, I mean, like you can either uh, work for yourself and create your own dream,
Hmm.
or you can help somebody build their own dream, and like
Yeah.
yeah,
But with construction, you can go through like at least 6 months where it's like cool, or like 3 months where you're working, and then you got like 4 months of no work, and you're like, well, this sucks.
yeah,
But which
yeah,
happens,
yeah,
which is it's a normal thing.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, believe me, yeah, yeah. Not unlike, I mean, because I actually worked on the rigs way up north.
Okay.
Yeah, on the oil rigs, and oh, I mean, I mentioned this to you before, but I mean, like, oh, you don't really think about it until like, and like, luckily there were never any unruly fellows, with
Hmm.
any of the rigs that I work with. But I mean, like, it is. I mean, like, but when you really think about it, it is a little bit unsettling. I mean, nothing like that ever even came close to happening, But I mean, like, when you really think about it, if there was, like, say, murder, if
Hmm.
somebody got mad at somebody else there, and then also like somebody stabbed somebody or whatever, and like, and then just killed them, I mean, it would take a long time for the cops to, I mean, because like they first of all they'd probably have make sure they have like an SUV police vehicle, and then like,
Yeah.
and then like it's usually like 140 kilometers way out, way into the forest, and like
Hmm.
I was like so far up north, like we actually had bear fences, which that's another scary thing, I mean, like they're like do not go beyond the bear fences, and like no, I like fuck no, man, I'm staying inside the camper, staying inside the camp, man. I ain't going nowhere outside, man.
Yeah. No, there's, I don't know, like, it's for me. Yeah, if there was like a bear fence, I'd be like, I'm not gonna go past that.
Exactly. Yeah. Nope. I'm staying right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, it was on the rigs that's where actually I discovered it was kind of funny. Actually, dude was going into a couple of the guys were going into the laundry, and they had like 3 or 4 cans of Coke with them each, and I was just kind of like, no, they must be thirsty, And I'm just like, oh, I didn't know you guys like a lot like Coke. It's like, well, we don't. Well, what are you taking the Coke in there for then? Oh well, here, watch. I'm like, they put their oily coveralls into the washing machine. I was like, and then like they're
Yeah.
dumping the Coke into the in to keep to wash the oil off their coveralls, and it worked.
Oh yeah, it works. You could if you try to start your car and it doesn't turn, and it's usually the battery, pour and you see it corroded the battery, just pour Coke on it. Where it's all corroded and it cleans it
Yeah.
and you can drive. It's
Wow.
it's crazy. Yeah, I had to do it on a Mustang of mine.
I will definitely keep that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like my car.
because of the what's in the Coke will take away the corrosion.
Yeah, yeah, eat away. Yeah, makes sense. Absolute sense. Snail Messiah says, I'm old enough to have had a job when we get paid cash. Only happened twice before switching to bank transfer. Yeah.
I love getting paid in cash.
Ooh. Yeah, that must have been nice. Yeah. 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 So you working tomorrow?
Yeah, I got a big project I'm doing on this house. That'll be
Ah.
fun.
Oh.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, since I'm rounding down to like an hour and a half, I'm thinking, yeah, we could probably shut down, and you probably want to get some sleep too. So
Yeah, I got up pretty early this morning and then I'm like, man, I'm beat. Then I had to do a show and I was like, oh man, I cannot wait.
yeah. Oh yeah. Snail Messiah points out that Coke has phosphoric acid, and it will eat through this through stick in 24 hours.
Jeez, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Crazy, man. You
Yeah.
could also you could also clean um
Oh,
toilet sink.
I know it's good for like like cleaning rust and stuff off,
Yeah,
which is I mean it's a kind of well, and yet you want to put this shit in your stomach, people.
I know. I do it for the cocaine.
I and that's another interesting thing. I mean, like I don't you find it just funny that that Coke can legally ship coca leaves into the United States and worldwide.
Yeah, they're the
and
only company that does it.
yeah, which I mean, like, how do we know they're not taking advantage of that? I mean, like, we don't.
Right.
I mean, like, and they can do it legally, and we're not supposed to question them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But on that note, yeah, funny thing to leave it on. But yeah, we should. Yeah, you can probably get some rest. Yeah, thanks for popping in for the last little
Yeah,
while
no
there.
problem, man.
It's good to see you, man. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I like to
Yeah.
support you guys.
Thanks, man. Yeah. But yeah, everyone, you all have a good night, and yeah, we should probably yeah, we're gonna head out, and yeah, Steve's gonna get some sleep, and yeah, I'm probably gonna head out too. So, all right, man. Take care, everybody.
All right.
Yep.
Take
See
care,
you later,
guys.
brother.